What is up, guys? This is Steve from Get Game Smart, back with another Teamfight Tactics VOD review. We are still on the public beta environment, enjoying some hyper roll of 5.0. It is super fun game mode, guys, and we are less than a week away from 5.0 going live. So if you've been enjoying these videos and want more 5.0 content, please hit the like and subscribe button so that you're always up to date. Without further ado, let's get into the VOD review. And here we are in the VOD review, guys. We end up getting a tier start here, which is pretty good. It's one of my favorite starts at the moment. I think a tier rod, like giant spell, sword are probably like the top 4 starting items. I don't love crit cloak. I don't love chain vest. I don't love bows. I don't mind the magic resist. That's basically my hierarchy. Yeah, let me go down in the comments below what you guys have been grabbing off of the carousel and what items you guys have been enjoying the most on the PBE if you have been playing it. We start off here with a pretty straightforward Renewer build. Renewer, and we slap in our 2-star basically, which is pretty good. Actually, we decide to sell off the Vladimir to get the tier off of it. Oh, this feels bad, honestly. This was an absolute misplay, but you know what? Live and learn. Grab our whole entire shop there, as is best practice. And yeah, instead I will mention that this was played 1 day ago, so this was back when Abomination was, well, 1 day ago as of recording of this video, and probably a few days back from when you're actually seeing it. So this is back when Abomination was just a standard 2-plug. Like activated at 2 instead of 3. For those of you who aren't aware, they've now changed it to be active only at 3, 4, and 5. I think that this was a huge nerf, obviously, but I think a really necessary one because, yeah, the other guy's playing Abomination too. It was just too powerful. Like, I'm not even going to say especially in hyper roll, in normals too. If you had to, like at a 1 cost and a 2 cost unit, you shouldn't be able to turn on this like mega powerful 3rd unit kind of thing. It brings it more in line with like Mech and Cultist, which both required 3 to turn on. So I think that this was a very worthwhile and notable reduction in power, but a welcome one. Yeah, we're basically the rule of thumb for like stage 3 and 4 is player 2-star units. We do 2-star another Udyr there, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to put them in. We're pretty happy with our current build with the Knights and Abominations. So this was a really strong board back in the pre-Abomination nerf days. But I think Abomination is still going to see play, but it's only going to see play... Not only going to see play, but it's going to see a lot less play. I think before it would have been like everyone would have spammed Abomination just as their item holders and then transitioned into something else. And now I think Abomination is going to be a lot less uncontested, and if you happen to high roll the new or whatever at level 5 or level 6, then it's probably going to be worthwhile playing Abomination through the mid game still. That's my impression of the way Abomination is going to hit the live servers. So yeah, rule of thumb, guys: never turn down a spatula. If you see a spatula in your armory, you should take it. That applies to both hyper roll and normal TFT. I do have an assassin spat here, and that would be pretty spicy. But I don't have anyone I really want to slam that on, and I don't have Assassin currently in, so I'm not going to get a ton of value from that. So I decided to flex it and hold on to it in hopes of getting a better spat later. As far as which spatulas are really good right now, I think Dawnbringer spat is really good. I think that Revenant spat is pretty flexible, but it isn't as good as it might look. I think Renewer spat's pretty good on a super tanky unit. Yeah, I think the Nightbringer unit first, the spat's also pretty good. Honestly, all of the spats feel pretty good, but I definitely favor Fawns over most spatula types if I can get them in this game mode. So we grab the Morello onto Brand. That is pretty darn good, and we do give it Oh, the Ironclad spat is actually a spatula that I have been enjoying quite a bit, because I think Ironclad is a really strong trait that you can run, like at both 2 and at 3. I think it's really strong. It gives 40 armor and 90 armor at 2 and 3 respectively to your entire team. So this is like Ironclad is really, really good in the late game, guys, and basically like Knights are good in the early game, but I prefer Ironclad in the late game, especially with what looks like we're going to be running a Skirmisher game here, guys. Ironclad obviously fits very well into Skirmisher because your main carry in the Skirmisher build is, of course, Jax, who's Skirmisher/Ironclad. So you're already running one of the 3 Ironclad units. With the spatula here, it means we only have to run one other unit, and we will have the full Ironclad on lock. We have a level 2 Nautilus that fits that bill for sure. And yeah, we're just picking up all of the Skirmishers we see. We already have 2 2-star Trundles, and we've itemized him with the Thief's Glove. Trundle, I think, is actually a hidden OP right now, guys. Trundle is very, very, very strong. He's an absolute tank shredder who, yeah, he melts tanks, but he'll also blow up carries. Super, like, a lot of sustain because of his ultimate, too, so you can build him with just about anything. That's why I threw the Thief's Gloves on him, and he's going to, like, honestly, you don't even need to give him items. If you just have a level 2 Trundle or a level 3 Trundle, they will smack people up and like shred tanks like there's no tomorrow. Like a lot of people are running one super tanky frontliner type of thing, and Trundle just like bites them and that tank melts, and then you're on to all of the squishy targets. Yeah, rip the ZZ Rot Abomination build. That's definitely was one that was really fun, and unfortunately I didn't get a recording of me playing it. I did play it one time and it was super, super fun. Yeah, unfortunately I feel like I record all of my games that are okay and like normal, and then all of my super exciting, super spicy games, I end up realizing that OBS stopped recording, or I forgot to hit record, or whatever. But our Skirmisher build is rounding out pretty well here. We did pick up the Rel, so unfortunately we haven't found that Jax yet, because Jax would not only give us 6 Skirmisher, but would be the Ironclad unit we prefer to play. But still, we do have 3 Ironclad in with our Ironclad spat, and that is, of course, just a good place to be. A 2-star Rel now, but no Jax. Uh-oh. As far as like itemizing your Jax is the carry you want to itemize in the Skirmisher build. Like he might get nerfed before it goes live, but like his build, like his ability is an auto reset that gives him bonus attack speed, and it's on a very small mana cost. It's a 20 mana cost, and also if there's nobody in attack range, he'll leap to them. So Jax is a really good unit. We finally get him in here, and we should activate our 6 Skirmisher here. Well, we should take out a bomb for 6 Skirmisher for sure, but instead we'll hit our 3-star Trundle, which is enough of a power spike that I'll forgive myself, I guess, here for keeping the A-bomb in instead of 6 Skirmisher, which is just objectively better. But yeah, as far as itemization goes for Jax, just about anything goes. I would say you're typically going to be running Ironclad when you're running Skirmisher, and so itemizing him with magic resist, like a Dragon Claw, is really good. GA is also really good, and then from there I would say something with attack damage, so any sword item would be good. Like I think the best in slot, a lot of people are recommending the stacking the Deathblade, just the normal one, just because he's going to be attacking so quickly from his passive anyways, that the bonus AD really stacks up. I unfortunately don't have a ton of great items for my Jax, but I do my best to at least give him a GA so he can continue to stack up AD just with the Skirmisher passive. I do think Skirmisher is going to be one of those builds that is just like really good and like really safe, really easy LP. I think it's similar to kind of like Keepers, kinda-ish, in that I think it's going to be a really safe top 4. I think the biggest problem with it will be that the units are very contested, because I feel like all of the Ironclad units are typically quite contested, and of course you really need the Jax. Like 2-star Jax really is when this build starts to carry. Unfortunately, we are not able to beat this guy's very, very strong. I believe that was a Kale board that beat us, but yeah, good enough for a second. Thank you guys very much, and thanks for watching.